In a small village, there lived a boy named Rohan. Rohan was exceptionally bright in his studies, and everyone admired his intelligence and sharp mind. However, he had one major weakness. He didn't value his time. Instead of using his time wisely, Rohan spent his days playing with friends, scrolling through his phone, and engaging in endless chatter. His parents often tried to explain the importance of time, but Rohan never took their advice seriously. He always thought, I have plenty of time. I'll do my work later. Right now, I just want to enjoy life. One day, the results of the annual school exams were announced. To everyone's surprise, Rohan scored far below average, much worse than expected. His teachers, who once praised him, now expressed their disappointment. Even his friends, who once admired him, started keeping their distance. Feeling frustrated and lost, Rohan returned home, only to see his parents looking at his report card with sadness in their eyes. Guilt and regret weighed heavily on him. That night, seeking guidance, Rohan decided to talk to his grandfather, an elder known for his wisdom and life experience. Sitting beside him, Rohan shared his concerns. Grandpa, I don't understand what went wrong. I've always been a good student, so why did I fail? His grandfather listened patiently, then smiled and said, Son, the problem isn't that you're not intelligent. The problem is that you've taken time for granted. Time is the most valuable asset in life. If used wisely, it can lead to great success, but if wasted, it will hold you back. Confused, Rohan asked, But Grandpa, we always have time, don't we? If I don't do something today, I can always do it later, right? His grandfather's expression grew serious. No, my child. Time is like a river. Once it flows past, you can never bring it back. Let me tell you a story that will help you understand this better. Long ago, there was a powerful king named Veer. He had immense wealth, magnificent palaces, and countless servants. But despite his power, King Veer had a terrible habit. He wasted his time on trivial matters. He would sleep late, spend his days in leisure, and constantly postpone important tasks, saying, I'll do it tomorrow. One day, a wise sage visited his court and said, Your Majesty, you have great riches, but you are wasting your most valuable treasure, time. If you do not use it wisely, you will one day regret it deeply. The king laughed and dismissed the sage's warning, saying, I have plenty of time. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. The sage shook his head and warned, Time does not wait for anyone. If you do not value it now, it will slip away, leaving you with nothing. But the king ignored him. Years passed. The king grew old, his health declined, and his once mighty kingdom began to crumble. His soldiers started losing battles, his people lost faith in him, and his wealth could no longer buy back what he had lost, time. Only then did he realize the sage was right. Desperate to correct his mistakes, King Veer searched the sage to seek his guidance, but the sage had disappeared. The king deeply regretted his wasted years, but by then it was too late. His wealth and power could not turn back time. At last he understood, the most valuable treasure in life is not gold or power, but time itself. Hearing this story, Rohan sat in silence, deep in thought. For the first time, he truly understood how much time he had wasted. He looked at his grandfather and asked, Grandpa, is it too late for me to change? His grandfather smiled warmly and placed a hand on his shoulder. Of course not, my child. The wheel of time never stops, but as long as you start using it wisely from today, you can achieve anything. But remember, don't postpone anything to tomorrow. Do what you can today. That night, Rohan made a promise to himself. He would use his time wisely. He created a daily routine, waking up early, focusing on his studies and avoiding distractions. Over time, he saw the results of his efforts. In the next exam, Rohan topped his class. Eventually, he became a successful entrepreneur, inspiring everyone with his disciplined lifestyle. He had learned one of the most important lessons in life.